Seraphina. Exterior, the cliffs of Loch Swilly, Ireland, day. The bright sun glistens off the beautiful emerald sea. Birds soar overhead as the heavy winds appear to almost halt their flight in midair. Huge waves crash against the cliffs. In the distance, seen atop the cliffs, a beautiful young woman. She has long, wavy red hair. Slowly, she swirls around and around. The mist from the sea softly caresses her.
In my lifetime, I've traveled the world helping people. Most of the people I've met were grand, God-loving people. But there are also those certain few who created the darkness that forever followed me. Looking back, I can easily say, 'twas a journey riddled with mystery. Mysterious things I did not understand. 'Twas not until late in my life when questions hidden deep within my soul were finally answered.
Interior, the Gaines's Irish cottage, night. Mid-19th century, a kerosene lamp hangs from a corner beam. A woman's screams are heard coming from behind a closed door. The door opens to reveal an older man in his mid-50s who is the doctor. He closes the door and shakes his head slowly with deep concern. The front door pushes open to reveal young Thomas Gaines, 12. The woman's screams are heard again. Thomas's eyes widen with fright.
Quickly, Thomas, did you fetch him?
Young Thomas cannot remove his frightened eyes from the closed inside door.
Thomas, lad, I'm asking.
A man in his 40s enters and stops next to Thomas. He is the Vicar O'Connor, a weary man looking older than his age.
Did you bring her?
That I did, Doctor, but I'm not certain.
She's in her 10th year, Vicar. That's what you were told. Her 10th year.
Yes, but this frightens me. It seems an affront to God himself.
We have us a woman on the verge of death, Vicar. We must.
A girl enters and stops next to the vicar. She is young Seraphina, 10. Lovely blue eyes with long wavy red hair.
Ah, yes, Seraphina, darling. Young Thomas's mum is in need of our help. Your help. She's badly hurt.
What happened, Father?
It was a terrible accident with her horse and buggy, Seraphina.
Oh my.
Yes, quickly now. We have no time to be wasting.
The woman's screams are heard again. Young Seraphina's eyes widen with fright and she clutches the vicar's arm.
Come now, Seraphina. We need you with us, girl.
But I don't understand. What is it I can possibly do?
The vicar slowly shakes his head and places his hands gently on her shoulder.
Now that, my Kushla, is what we are about to discover.
Young Seraphina moves cautiously to the closed inside door with the vicar and doctor. The doctor opens the door. She stops and peers inside. Interior, the small bedroom, night. Young Thomas's mother, 30, lies on the bed covered in blood. Her skin glistens from perspiration. The sheets are bloodied and she screams and thrashes about violently. She is covered in massive bruises and bleeding open wounds. The doctor moves quickly to the bed and begins changing out a bandage on her right side. A large, gory, open wound is seen. Old grandmother, 70s, in the corner of the room, sitting in a rocker, heavily wrinkled face, lacking in compassion or emotion.
'Tis the Lord's will. It is, to be sure.
Be silent, old woman.
In the open doorway stands young Seraphina, frightened of all she sees. She blocks her ears against the woman's screams and cannot remove her wide eyes from her.
Quickly, child, take the poor woman's hand and comfort her.
Young Seraphina hesitantly enters the room and moves slowly to the bed. Young Thomas's mother's arms thrash about from the agonizing pain.
I cannot stop the bleeding. Quickly, Vicar, take her arm now before she injures herself more.
The vicar grabs the woman's right arm and turns to young Seraphina.
Child.
No response from young Seraphina. She cannot remove her eyes from the suffering woman.
Seraphina!
Young Seraphina snaps around to the vicar.
Take her other hand, child. Take it now.
Young Seraphina reaches out for the woman's hand, but it's thrashing about fiercely. She jerks her hand back, masked in fear.
I cannot be doing this.
Take her hand, child. Take it now, I say.
Death is near. I cannot stop the bleeding, I tell you.
'Tis God's will.
Be silent, you old bag of wind.
Young Seraphina reaches out for the woman's hand and takes it in both of hers. She holds it tightly. The woman screams and screams. Young Seraphina closes her eyes. Slowly, a soft golden glow begins to encase her hands. The woman moans.
Aye, Mum. Hush now. Hush, hush.
The old doctor turns to young Seraphina. He sees something that stuns him.
What the? Vicar, you see this?
The vicar is overwhelmed with disbelief at what he sees.
My God, 'tis true then.
Young Seraphina's hands are glowing brighter and brighter. The old grandmother glares at young Seraphina. What she sees fills her with vile contempt.
'Tis the devil. The devil is with her.
Vicar shoots a look of disdain at her.
Through this child's hands, O Lord, help this poor suffering woman.
The old grandmother can't remove her hate-filled eyes from young Seraphina.
'Tis Satan's work, I say to you. He is among us.
Be silent, I said, old hag. There be no devils in this room tonight.
The bleeding slows. The large wound begins to slowly close. The woman begins to calm. She calms. She settles down. She relaxes. The old doctor slowly backs away from the bed, wearing an appearance of complete shock.
The wounds.
He turns slowly to the vicar.
My God, the wounds have healed.
The golden glow surrounding young Seraphina's hands begin to dim. It's dimmer. It's gone. The old grandmother glares at young Seraphina with disdain.
Spawn of the devil she is.
Young Seraphina slumps to the floor unconscious.
Seraphina!
The vicar and the doctor rush to her.
Seraphina, wake up, child!
Young Seraphina slowly awakens.
Father? What happened?
Now that, lassie, I cannot be explaining.
Interior, the vicar's cottage, day. The vicar stands by the sink and stares blankly out the window.
To think I thought it was all but a dream.
Interior, the vicar's Irish cottage bedroom, night, flashback. A kerosene lantern sits on a small end table and casts a dim yellow light over the small bed. Lying in the bed is Marion O'Connor, early 20s, long wavy red hair and blue eyes. Heavy perspiration masks her pale face. She moans with pain. Her stomach is greatly extended as birth is close at hand. Gently wiping her face is the midwife, 50s, a kindly woman. She comforts Marion with her tender voice.
Now, now, me young lass, your lovely child shall be gracing us soon.
The midwife looks up at someone and slowly shakes her head. Her wrinkled face registers the deepest of concern. The young vicar, late 20s, he slowly nods and turns and struggles to walk from the room. Exterior, the vicar's Irish cottage, night. Star-filled, inky black sky. Dim light from a kerosene lamp softly drifts from the kitchen window. The young vicar slumps limply to his knees with the Bible held tightly in his hands. He clutches it to his heart. Tears of sorrow roll down his leathery cheeks, his voice ensconced with both grief and fear.
Please, God, I am calling upon you now. Help my beautiful, gentle wife to survive this night. Please answer my plea for her and her only child.
Do not despair, Vicar O'Connor, for your words have been heard.
The young vicar is startled and quickly stands. He turns to see Joshua, tall, slender, handsome man in his early 40s. He's British, well-dressed, and wears a gentle smile.
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think I know you.
I am Joshua, and I've been sent to prepare you for what is to come.
Sent? I don't understand, sir.
Raise your eyes, Vicar, and see what you have not witnessed before.
The young vicar raises his eyes to the vastness of the star-studded sky above. A small burst of brilliant, colorful light occurs. The young vicar is stunned at the phenomena before him. He quickly blesses himself.
What are my tired eyes seeing here?
From the burst of light comes a bright golden star. It casts a wondrous soft golden light from the heavens downward and covers the young vicar's cottage.
My God in heaven, I cannot believe what I be seeing here.
The young vicar turns quickly to Joshua. He is filled with a deep sense of foreboding.
But why does it choose me home? Tell me, please.
Joshua moves to the young vicar and places a comforting hand upon his shoulder.
You must now prepare yourself, Vicar, for his hand reaches out and touches both mother and daughter.
Suddenly, from the top of the thatched cottage roof rises a soft, ghostly vision of the young vicar's wife, garbed in a robe of white linen within the golden glow from the heavens. He falls to his knees in tears with his eyes still held on high. He watches in horror as the vision gently rises within the beam of light, climbing higher and higher into the night sky.
No, this cannot be. Marion, don't leave me, please. Oh, please, why does he take her from me like this? What is it I have done to be causing him to take her from me?
Your wife is now with him, Vicar, but she has brought into your life a beautiful child, and his love for her knows no bounds.
Joshua turns to face the small cottage.
Listen closely now to the sweet sound of new life.
Joshua points a finger at the young vicar's cottage. From within comes the gentle sounds of a crying newborn child.
What you hear are the cries from your daughter, Vicar, and she shall be called Seraphina, because your wife's tenderness and kindness to all, and your devotion to God, and tireless dedication to everyone in this small village, has been bestowed upon your daughter, a special gift.
Gift?
Yes, Vicar. When Seraphina is in her 10th year, you shall both be called upon to aid someone in dire need. Her precious gift shall then be revealed.
I am not understanding anything I see or hear on this night.
Go now, and care for your child, for your Seraphina shall bring happiness to all those lives she touches.
The young vicar moves slowly to the cottage door and stops. He turns to Joshua.
Are you forgetting the consequences, Joshua?
Consequences?
There sometimes be the consequences for those who help others. 'Tis a dreadful thing to be saying, but true no less. Shall it be so for my Seraphina?
Joshua smiles.
Go now, Vicar, and be with her.
The young vicar looks up into the heavens to see the bright new stars slowly disappear. He looks back, and Joshua is no longer there.